What's up guys? Grimsy42 here, and I think I want to stick on the Sega kick I've been on recently. If you've seen my most recent pickup video, I picked up a huge lot of Sega CD games, and recently I've picked up a couple more Sega games, so I figured I would, show you guys what I got, kind of keep the Sega momentum going, if you will. As I said previously, I'm mainly a collector of Nintendo. You can kind of see the little decal up on the wall. It's my favorite company to collect for, but I definitely owned a Genesis in my times, and I really liked it. I also owned a Dreamcast. I never actually owned a Sega Saturn, at least not in the heyday of it. I own one now, but I never owned one back then. I just couldn't afford it. It was like $500, and it just honestly, PlayStation offered almost all of the same games, but $200 cheaper. So, I went with that. But anyways, guys, into the pickups. The first things I'm going to show you I actually just picked up the other day, and they were both good prices. The first one, actually I got, to explain a little, I got these at a local game store while I was out getting some NES games for my Quest for NES series. I just happened to, see what else they had, and there were two non-NES things that I wound up picking up, so I was going to show you guys those. The first is a Genesis game, and it's in really good condition. It's called Dragon's Revenge, and it's by Tengen. And from what I gather, this is a pinball game of sorts, but it kind of adds a little to it. It's got like enemies on the screens and bosses and stuff like that, so it looks pretty fun. And the case was in immaculate condition, so $5 I actually paid for that, so I thought that was pretty good. And this next one is a Virtual Boy game, and it's complete. Unfortunately, it's not an American game. However, I think there's only like 13 or so American Virtual Boy release games. I actually plan to branch out and collect the Japanese games also. I'm pretty sure you can play the Japanese games on the North American console, and one of the reasons I picked this one up complete is it's almost impossible to find complete in North America. It's a game that came with the Virtual Boy, so it didn't come with a box. The only way you could find a box was if you got one from Blockbuster when they rented it out. They had boxes for display purposes, so unless you went that road, you're really not going to get one. And if you haven't figured out yet, it's Mario's Tennis. And again, like I said, it's the Japanese version. But I didn't own this game either way, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And I actually paid $10 for this. So for $10 for a complete game, I mean, it was a no-brainer. I'm really excited to check this one out. I'm told it's one of the better games for the system. So if I ever get Virtual Boy, this will be high up on the list. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys, unfortunately, I'm a little late to the press. I actually picked up the last copy in my whole area when I found out about this, or I would have spread the word sooner. It looks like it sold out really quick. It was a sale that Best Buy had, and I actually picked this game up for $15. And it's Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. And these are normally like $40. So I was actually there with my friend, and I was actually looking for Wii U games, and he said to me, "Hey, did you hear that Fire Emblem's only $15?" So we both frantically are over there searching to see if we can find it. And we found one copy, and I was a little bummed because he beat me to it. But then he told me he already had it, and he was only purchasing it with the intent to trade it to a friend or to flip it. So he was a good buddy and let me have it, so I was super happy about that. One of the things that really pleases me, I don't know if your eyes are real good, if you see right up there, I got this little Mario statue. He's actually holding the Fire Emblem 3DS. And I picked that up complete from Craigslist a while back, in like one of my first videos actually. But the only thing missing was the digital download of the game. So by picking this up, I actually have the game now, which is frigging awesome because I really wanted to play this. It looks really, really cool. So definitely happy to grab that. Next, I'm going to show you 3 games that I picked up off of eBay. This first one I wish was in a little better shape. It's a do for now type, I guess. It's not terrible, but it's not in collector's quality in my opinion. I think the seller was a little bit dishonest in their description. I actually do recall, I purchased this a few months back, but I do recall actually disputing with them and them refunding me partially. So there must have been something that they weren't honest about. I think they said like very good or like new condition in the description, and it's beat up. So anyways, it's a GameCube game, and it's Eternal Darkness. You probably can't see from the picture or from the video, but I mean it's not in the best condition, and the disc is significantly scratched. It'll probably still play, but you know, I really like to have games for my collection in fantastic shape. So, unfortunately, this will do for now. And if I find an upgrade for it, you know, I'll have this extra to trade away or whatever. The next two games are actually Sega CD games. The one that I picked up, I actually already owned, but I was looking to upgrade my copy. Again, in a recent video, or not in a recent, a previous video, one of my garage sale videos, I found this crazy garage sale that had a whole bunch of stuff, and it's actually where I got most of my Sega CD games prior to that huge lot I showed. And one of the games I picked up was the sequel to Musha, which is Robo Aleste. Problem is it was basically just disc and like part of the instruction manual. Like it was the inside, but like the cover was all cut up and stuff. So it was in rough shape. The disc was in like mint condition. So I was basically just looking for a complete copy so that I can upgrade mine and you know, trade away whatever's left, sell the other disc only or whatever. And I was able to actually find one that ended at like $20. It was a real weird listing. It ended at like 6 in the morning on a Tuesday, you know, and nobody is up that late. So, you know, it worked out well, and like I said, I got it for like $20 shipped, and there it is. And like I said, it's in pretty solid condition. It even has the styrofoam in it, so I'm not sure. I think my disc is actually better than this, because my disc was like mint, so I'll probably swap it out. But super happy to get this complete. It's probably one of my better Sega CD games at this point. Sadly, my Sega CD collection is, you know, lacking any of the real big ones like Popful Mail or you know, anything of Snatcher or, you know, anything of that nature. This next one, actually, I picked up from the same seller. Anytime you see something that has your attention on eBay, something you'd like to purchase or potentially purchase, go to see the seller's other items. I've said this before, I can't stress it enough, because usually if they have something that catches your eye, they probably have more than one thing that catches your eye. And you usually can get them to bundle shipping or, you know, things like that nature to save you some more money. And that's really, if you're going to go on eBay, the shipping is really where it hurts. So if you can ever save money, that's a really good opportunity. And I picked this game up actually for $5, and I didn't pay any shipping for it because he just threw it in with that one. And it's Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. It kind of looks like a action platformer of sorts. And for $5, I wasn't going to complain. It is missing styrofoam, but it's in pretty much mint condition otherwise. So, super happy to add another Sega CD game to the collection. And, you know, like I said, being a platformer, you know, it's probably not focused on the cinematic end of it. I know there's cutscenes and stuff, but it's cool that you can, you know, play it and not have to worry about, you know, just watching menus over and over. Okay, the rest of the stuff I'm going to show you guys is actually stuff I picked up from my buddy Josh. I've mentioned him in previous videos. And it was a pretty epic bundle, I'm not going to lie. There was definitely some good stuff in there, and I'm excited to show you guys what I got. First thing I'll show you are 2 GameCube games. There actually was one more, but I already actually traded it away because it was a double. It was a copy of Fire Emblem for the GameCube, which doesn't have to say much for that. It's like a $70 game, so I was super happy to get that. The next two were actually condition upgrades for me. I actually, you know, upgraded the copy I had, and these are actually, you know, my old ones that are now doubles, and they're in really good shape, but just not, they weren't as good. First one is Zelda the Wind Waker. These are all going to be complete. He takes really good care of his stuff. Next is the Zelda edition, the collector's edition, the collector's disc. And this one has like Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and then the 2 on the N64, so that was really cool. The rest of these are PlayStation games, and most of them fit specific themes, so you'll probably catch on to the theme really quick. First one is Final Fantasy Tactics. Next is the Final Fantasy Anthology. Next is Final Fantasy Chronicles. After that, Final Fantasy Origins, which has Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on it. Next is Final Fantasy 9. A lot of people say this is the best on the system. I actually, believe it or not, have never played this one. It was released later in the PS1 life cycle. I got my PS1 in, I want to say, like 95, right when it came out, or 96, whenever that was. And this came out in 2000, so by then I think I already moved on to Dreamcast. So, you know, I was too good for PlayStation, I guess, at the time. The next one is Spider-Man. And lastly is Speed Racer. Now, the cool thing is, with these games, I got a stack of guides And a lot of these go to those games. So, first one is the Nintendo official Wind Waker. Next is the official player's guide to the Ocarina of Time, and that's off of the collector's disc. Next is the official one for Majora's Mask, which is also on that collector's disc. Here's the guide for Final Fantasy Origins, which is the Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Here's the guide for Fire Emblem. Like I said, the game's already traded away, but there's the guide, so obviously it came with the bundle there. And then this one, the game wasn't included, but I already had the game, and he just threw it in kind of as a bonus. It was something that I was definitely interested in, too, because this game sounds really good, and I definitely want to check it out. And it's Mega Man Legends, and I already have this game, so that definitely helps to get the guide. Alright, I think that's all my stuff. Just to give you guys a quick update on the Quest for NES series. Like I said, as you can see behind me, all of the NES games that I've shown in a video already are already sorted. The box games are here, and then the carts are here. Those are already all sorted into my collection. I've probably got about another 100 to 200 games. I really don't have an exact count because there's just piles everywhere based on when or where I got them. That I just haven't had time to show yet. You know, I mean, with all the other pickups I've had coming in, I've gone to multiple conventions, you know, recently, and the games have just piled up. So I'm going to start showing those in the Quest for NES series, specifically since it focuses on my NES collection. But in addition to that, like I said, as I'm purchasing, starting when I made the announcement, I've been trying to get a little more road footage and kind of like before and afters when I go in the store. So I've actually started filming some of that too. So it's all starting to piece together. And I'm pretty sure how I'm going to start this series, kind of like a prologue. I'm not going to really, or prologue, depending on how you say it. I'm not going to really start right away with my pickups. What I'm going to do is, it'll be a two-part thing, and the first part will focus on showing you guys what I have already for NES carts. And then the second part will be showing you my box games. I believe there's like 400 total up there right now. So that'll give you guys, you know, kind of an idea where I'm at. You know, and some of my key titles, and, you know, and I'll take the time to talk about games that significantly mean something to me, whether, you know, it's a valuable game or I have a cool story about the collection or whatever. So you can look for that soon. I'll probably be filming that maybe next weekend. The only reason for the delay is I've been working crazy overtime at work, and with the puppy that the wife and I recently got, he's a total handful, so I'm not getting much sleep, and, you know, I've just had hardly any time to do anything for myself. It kind of stinks. But like I said, I have a 4-day weekend. It's President's Day weekend. I have, I believe, 4 days off then. So that'll definitely be when I get a lot of stuff filmed. You'll probably see me wearing the same shirt in multiple videos or whatever. I'm not going to like go change between videos. But anyways, guys, that's where we're at right now. And also, if you haven't yet, check me out on GameStar81.com. I was recently added to the list of awesome contributors to that site. I actually will link his page down below. John is awesome. He's kind of like, you know, one of the top in the gaming community. You know, he's definitely a very classy guy, you know, and he's totally awesome. He's really good with his fans and everything like that. So, and he actually just released a game. And you know what? As a little bonus, I will go ahead and show you that game. I actually have 2 more pickups here I can show you guys. The first one, since it's what I spoke about first, I was one of the lucky 50 who ordered the, kind of came in like a little box here, he ordered the Gamester 81 game that came in the gray box. They only made 50 of these, and as you can see, kind of like right there, he autographed it, and then each one is individually numbered. I got number 8 of 50. So it's pretty cool. I currently don't own a ColecoVision, so I have no way, unfortunately, to play this. But to be honest, as a person who kind of collects first and plays second, I would say that I'm actually happy that this is unplayed. I'll probably pop it in if I ever get a ColecoVision. But to be honest, I never owned one, you know, and there's really no nostalgic attachment for me. So it's not super high on my list. It would probably have to be either in like amazing condition with the box and stuff, or at a really good price for it to wet my whistle and make me want to get it. But I thought that was pretty cool. And the other pickup is actually the first of 2 Club Nintendo rewards that I have coming, and it's the 18 card 3DS case. And this one's kind of boring looking, but as you can see inside, it's Zelda. It actually came with 3 different inserts, so you can kind of pick which one you want. So the first one, like I said, is kind of dull and boring. It's nothing really fancy. But the next 2 are really cool. This one's got Babam on the outside there, or Babam? Yeah, that's Babam, if I'm not mistaken. Bullet Bill. Bullet Bill. It's not Babam. I'm an idiot. And then it's got some booze on the inside. This is the best one in my opinion. Personally, I prefer the inside of it to the outside. There's the outside. It's got kind of like the little 8-bit sprite Zelda there and the Triforce logo there. But I really like this one because it's like a timeline of Zelda. You know, it shows right in his beginning, and then, you know, it kind of shows all of his versions or whatever you want to call them. Why did I think Bullet Bill was Babam? Oh. Anyways, it's early or it's late or whatever. I worked all night and I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old and senile. But anyways, this video is starting to run kind of long, so I'm going to cut it short here. I just wanted to show you guys those 2 pickups while I was thinking about them. And I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.